Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Colleen. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are returning, thanks for coming back. Today is Wednesday, December 3rd. We are expecting, let me see, 8 to 14 inches of snow tomorrow into Friday, I think. Or maybe it's going to end around midnight. Does it matter at that point when you've got 14 inches of snow? Busy at work, been slammed at work. This will be my 6th storm type of event since the second week in December. That's a lot. Considering last year for the entire season we had 13. And I've got to, let me see, end of year, so everybody's looking for their tax papers. I've got 2 audits who want to come in the middle of January, and I'm going to try to push them to the end of February. And just haven't been able to catch my breath yet. So anyway, not a lot of stitching going on, and I think I'm going to change my videos to Mondays. Believe it or not, Monday is probably my best day. I have the most energies on Monday, and then as the weeks go by, the days go by Friday I'm like, you know, no makeup, hair's in a bun, sweatshirt. Don't even talk to me on Fridays. And Friday's payroll day, so I have to do payroll on Friday. So anyway, hope everyone had a great Happy New Year. Mine was pretty quiet. I don't believe I was up. No, well, the boyfriend had to work the next day, and he lives on the other side of the state. So he's in the Springfield area, and I'm on the southeastern part, about 45 minutes from Boston. So we're about 2.5 hours apart on a good day, depending on traffic on 495. So this year he had to work New Year's Day, so he wasn't going to be able to spend the night New Year's Eve. And we've been together 17 years. For different reasons, we just have not made that step as far as living together. And he's got 2 boys he was raising. I had my son. I live with my mom. Just wasn't the time, and neither one of us, needed to push that. We liked it the way things were. There are days when we don't like it, and there are days when it's not so bad having your own place and your own privacy. Because I was married, so I do know that living with someone is a whole other animal. So anyway, he normally tries to get New Year's Eve off so that we can ring in the new year together. And we couldn't this year. So I went to bed around 10, but I told him to wake me up at midnight. Send me a text at midnight to wake me up so that we could wish each other a Happy New Year. So he did. And we did. And then we went right back to sleep. The weather's been crazy here. I think there are other parts of the country that have been in like sub-zero temperatures. Today was the first morning I woke up that my pipes hadn't froze. I'm not even sure where the draft's coming from. We may have figured more. We've been figuring out more information as the days have gone by. And this morning was the first morning, like I said. We put some heat tape on some of the pipes, and it was -5 the other day when I woke up. And I had gotten up, checked the pipes, and the kitchen, I think the kitchen hot water was frozen. But it was like the bathroom, the kitchen, a combination of, the cold water was okay, the hot water wasn't. And here I am with the hairdryer trying to thaw out the pipes because you don't want them to burst, obviously. So it's been an interesting last few days. So if we could get back to normal December temperatures, that would be awesome. I'll put my request in. So I've been a little stressed with that, with work, but I've tried to do a little bit of stitching. And let me see, I guess we could do, let's talk about the Boxo patterns. I showed you the Boxo patterns last week, and this has all patterns. The only reason they're in this box is because they fit. There's no other rhyme or reason as to what's in here. It's just because they fit. I counted them. There's 49. There was 49. but I had to add one because I'm one of those weirdos that likes even numbers, not odd numbers. So there's 50 patterns in here. So I'm figuring one a week for the next 50 weeks. I wish. Not unless it was my full-time job could I accomplish that. And it's not, but it's a nice dream. So my goal is to finish as many patterns in that box as I can this year. I have no idea. I'm not putting any expectations on myself because there are other things that I do want to stitch, things that don't fit in that box. But I would like to challenge myself to see how many I can get done out of that box. So my first pattern out of the box is a shepherd's bush. I absolutely love shepherd's bush, and this is probably the second one I've stitched. Maybe I stitched a shepherd's bush way back in 1990, 91 maybe, and I didn't realize it was until much later. I had no idea. I had just started stitching and I just liked the pattern. It was pink and girly, and it, you know, that was the only reason why I picked it. But this is Live Life, I believe, and I just think it is so sweet. I got it a few years ago. It was a kit, so it came with the threads and the linen, and of course at that time linen was my nemesis, so I wasn't going to be able to stitch it. I didn't know how I was going to handle it, to be honest with you. Live Life, that's the name of it. But it came with light sand linen 32 count. Now if you watched my last video, you saw that I stitched on 30 count tin roof and it came out awesome. So this one is on 32 count. And I started it last week, and I stitch on it at night after I finished different chores and at the end of the night, so I don't always have a lot of mental energy left to stitch, but I like to get in a little bit. But I think it's coming out really well, and I have to say, I really like linen. I don't mind the slubs, I don't mind the unevenness, I really like it. I really like linen. So I kind of wish now I had joined the Fabric of the Month Club and ordered linen, but I ordered even weave. And that's okay. I like even weave too, but I really do like linen, and I'm quite surprised at that. So that is my nighttime project. I put all my current whips on a little slip of paper, and I put them in a bowl, and I picked out two. And these were going to be my 2 projects for the week. And the first one was Simply Winter with the drawn thread, which worked out fine because it was New Year, New Start. So that was a happy little accident. There we go. I love that pattern. And this is fuzzies on there, and I'm not sure why. It's coming along. Houses are really time consuming. So the house will be the biggest, I think, part of that. And I'm doing fine on the 28 count. I like the coverage. I'm happy with it. I'm doing the loop method from the front, which means I don't have to turn my thing around. And if you are interested, it's simple if you don't already know how to do it. But Danielle from Stitcherista, I always say her name wrong, Stitcherista, she does a little demo, and it's super simple. And I've been doing the loop method from the front, and I love it. And it's, like I said, cutting down on the mess. That's my back. That's not too bad. So, much better than my other backs. I won't embarrass myself and show them. My next project, ABC Sampler from Country Cottage Needleworks. I don't have the picture because I lost it somewhere. I misplaced it. I never lose anything. I just temporarily misplace things. I believe they always turn up eventually. But this is what I was working on Sunday. I started the alphabet. As you know, Sundays are sampler Sundays with Vonna. So I started this one with the alphabet. So hopefully that will get done sooner rather than later. My other main project that I try to work on every day, a little bit anyway, even if it's just a few stitches. I keep telling myself, every stitch counts. This is winter season imaginating, and this one I'm just working on the top. I'm just trying to get myself across that top. I ordered some petite treasure braid so that I can do the snowflakes in something a little bit blingy. So I'm waiting for that. It took me 3 orders to get my petite treasure braid ordered. The first time I ordered it, I forgot. I ordered something else. I had 2 things on my list. I ordered the first one, forgot that. The second time I placed an order, I wanted a snag nabbit, and the petite treasure braid. I got the snag nabbit, forgot the petite treasure braid. Went on there the other day, looked through my wish list, bought, I think there was one pattern that was on sale. I also ordered fabric for the drawn thread, that series. I want to do it on, I think it's 32 count dirty linen, and I wanted that instead of this one is 28 count lamb's wool even weave. Jobelin, I think it is. And I like it. It's very nice fabric. It's nice and soft. But I kind of wanted to do it on the linen that they suggested or that they did, because I like linen, apparently, now. So I ordered the fabric. I ordered some Mill Hill beads for some ornaments that I'm going to be doing. So I just kind of, you know, odds and ends. And I was in the checkout and I realized I had forgotten the petite treasure braid, which was really the reason why I was there. So I went in and I found a couple of colors that I think will work. I got like a pearl, snowy white color and a silvery, that's not a word, silvery blue. I don't know if silvery is a word either, but silvered bluish. So we're going to try that. Oh, last week's winner was Gina Strickland for the spring band sampler. And I mailed that out today, Gina. So if you're watching, you should be getting it in a couple of days, because I think I'm in Massachusetts and it shouldn't take too long to get you in North Carolina, I believe. So let's see. I do have some purchases that I made. I also have 2 orders coming from 123stitch and Everything Cross Stitch. And like I said, that's probably going to be one. I'm going to try really hard not to order patterns for the rest of the year. I've got more than enough to keep me busy. So unless I absolutely can't live without it. I did make a big purchase today. I went on the so-and-so website and I ordered a Lowry stand. Not bad. It was $133 for my price. I think it was $99 theirs. So that's not too bad. I was thinking around $150, so I was happy with the $133. And then of course I had to throw in a few other things because I wanted to see if I could get some things that I don't normally get in this country from over there. So I ordered one of the Bothy, I don't know if it's Bothy threads. I think so. The gorgeous pattern. I ordered one of those and some felt and just, you know, some things I just threw in there. So I was happy with that. And I had emailed this morning because I couldn't find them on the website, the stands. And I was determined I was not going to order it from the United States because the few people that I found them were over $300. And I knew that they sold them a lot cheaper on that website. So they emailed me back and they said they had 60 in stock. And I'm not sure how I missed it, but I did. So I ordered that. So with my Christmas money and my birthday money, that should pay for that. So I'm happy about that. So what did I buy? I bought some fabric. I am loving fabric at the moment because now that I can stitch on things, I'm so excited. I want to get a stash. And I got notification from the 2 Fabric of the Month clubs that I ordered that they will be shipping momentarily. So I'm happy about that. This is, he's a flake, Little House Needleworks, and he is going to be stitched on 30 count Dove linen. So, and on Vanna's website, not her videos, but her website, she has a whole section on tutorials. And she has a tutorial for this ornament. It's not finished like this. And I like the way that it's done on her website, so I think I might follow that and do the same kind of finish that she has. So there's that one. And then this one is Joy from Little House, and I ordered the wool and the beads from 123 Stitch. The color is Merlot for the wool. The stitching is done on 28 count buttercream. So I got a piece of that. And those 2 ornaments came out of the Boxo patterns. So once Shepherd's Bush is finished, these are in the queue. I want to get them started. Let's see. Patterns, I have January Snows from Bent Creek. I'm going to assume that there's one for every month. I haven't looked at them, and I'm not sure if I will stitch them all. I've given myself permission to not stitch all the things. I was looking at a series from Shepherd's Bush actually, and I really liked one of the months. And of course my natural instinct was to, you know, get all the patterns. And out of the 12, I like maybe 6 of them. And I thought, you know what? I'm giving myself permission to not stitch all the things. I don't want to stitch things that I don't like. And I didn't like, you know, January, February. Some of them I really liked, and some of them I just were like, yeah. So if there's a series that I only like a few pieces of, I'm only going to stitch the pieces that I like. There you go. I'm giving myself permission. I ordered Little House Needleworks. This is Hometown Holidays. Hometown Holidays. I want to call it Homespun, like Priscilla. This is the Firehouse. My boyfriend is a fireman, paramedic. So I'm not going to stitch a bunch of these. I'm going to stitch the 4 that I like. And I'm going to stitch them in a line of 4. And I'm going to put a border. I'll find a border that I like. And that will be it. And I'm thinking of doing that for all the different series. I don't want to stitch 12 of Gingerbread Houses, Santa's Village. I personally don't want to stitch them all. I think I would get burnt out, and I would like a sampling of like my favorite ones of all the different series, because there's so many series and I want to do them all. I do want to stitch all the things, so I'm not going to do them all. I'm only going to pick, like I said, 4 of my favorite ones. And I saw someone do that, and it was just 4 lined up, and it was really nice, and I really liked it. So one's going to be the Firehouse. This one is, what is this one? Main Street, only because I love the train. No other reason than I just like the train. Not significant to me, other than my son used to like Thomas the Tank Engine when he was little. My house, because, you know, I want to do my house. And the other one I think is going to be the needle workshop, but I didn't order that one for some reason. And so I'm looking forward to starting that series, or my mini series. I got 2 Mirabilias, which I haven't started one Mirabilia, and I've got like a half a dozen patterns, and I haven't done one yet. But there is someone on my Instagram, Handmade, I'm not sure her name, but she does absolutely beautiful stitching. Handmade by, I don't remember her name. And she's stitching this one, and it is just gorgeous. It is Angel of the New Dawn, but it is so pretty. And watching her stitch it up has just made me want to at least own it. I'm not sure if I'll ever stitch it, but sometimes owning a pattern gives you, at least it does me, owning a pattern gives me joy, just knowing that somewhere I have it. Hopefully I will stitch it, but just, you know, there's some pleasure in just owning it. This one is Giggles in the Snow, the boy and the girl. I love the colors. I really love the colors. I do not like the wording, Snow Angel. I think it's kind of evident of what they're doing. I don't think I would do the words. The words are in beads anyway. But I love the colors. Blues and pinks and purples. It's so pretty. So I think, yeah, when? Who knows? It's in my list. And when I'm, you know, 135, I'll be getting to that. Also, my pins came in for my pin cushion. The little flowers. I just love them. They're so cute. You can use them for counting pins or just decorative pins. But don't they say spring? So that sits on my chair when I'm stitching. It makes me happy. And then I also got a scissor fob. Look at that bee. I love bees. I love black and yellow. I love bees. Not like I want to be a beehive keeper or anything, but I love bumblebees and bees. I think it's because I love Winnie the Pooh and the honey tree and the honey pot and bees, and I don't know. That's my theory anyway. So I got that, and I'm getting used to it. I've never had a scissor fob before, so I keep thinking that something's hanging off my scissors and I have to take it off. And I forget that it's supposed to be there. So I think that's all that I have as far as updates go. I don't really have any finishes. Working on the shepherd's bush will probably be finished in the next couple of days. I only work on it a little bit at night. I mean, it's a pretty simple pattern. It could be done probably in an evening, and I'm just doing a little bit at a time. What else do I have? I am going to show you 2 things that I'm into this week and that I'm loving. First one, my son gave me for Christmas, and it is a Woodwick fireside candle. This is my favorite candle. My God, I love this. It's got one of those wood wicks that crackles when you burn it, which I don't care. That doesn't mean that wouldn't sway me one way or the other to buy it, but I love this candle. It's my second one, and I think it's owned by Yankee Candle. I found it in the Yankee Candle shop, but it was in its own little section. And then I had gotten an email from Yankee Candle, and they were having a giant sale, and I got really excited, and I thought, I'm going to stock up on my candle. And then when I went, it was nowhere to be found, but then they had a separate tab at the top all by itself, like maybe they acquired the company or something, so they had a separate little store for this, and when I went, they were not on sale at all. So I asked for one for my Christmas present for my son, and I love it. I love men's cologne, so if it smells anything like men's cologne, woodsy, spicy, something like that, I am all over it. My boyfriend wears Calvin Klein Obsession. He's been wearing it since I met him because that's what I like, and he hasn't changed it because I like it. If it ain't broke, why fix it? So there's that one. And then I got the command hooks. This one was a new one to me. This one, the other paintings or pictures that I have are hung by the command hooks that are like the Velcro strips. And they have those, and those work really well. This picture is hung that way, and all the other pictures in my apartment are hung that way. The needleworker has a wire across the back because I had it professionally framed. And this one, it has, it's like a little plate, and you put the sticky thing on it, you attach it to the wall, and then it's got like a little hook, and then you can hang the wire like you would a normal picture on the wall. And it's been fine. I mean, knock on wood. I really like the command hooks because I don't personally like to put holes in the wall. I don't like to fiddle with sheetrock and putty and paint and all that. So I don't want to do that. The last thing that I love this week is my garage. I wasn't able to put my car in the garage last year because I had so many boxes in the way, because I remodeled this spring. This space downstairs was gutted. So I packed up all of my stuff, and some of it went in the other side of the basement, and a lot of it went into the garage. And when you live somewhere for 20-something years, you tend to, have a lot of stuff. So I just didn't have room to put my car, and it stayed out all winter, and it was a brand new car. So I wasn't too happy about that. So this year I was determined, so I lucked out, and one of the guys at work was using one of our trucks to empty out some of his junk in his basement, and he had mentioned it to me, and I said, whoa, wait a minute, I have stuff too. So he stopped by on his way, took the junk that I needed away, moved the boxes for me. It's not a bad thing when you work with a construction company and you have them at your disposal when they have time and they can do things for you. It works out pretty well. So they came, they moved all my stuff for me, took all the junk, and I was able to get my car in the garage. And it's fantastic. I am so happy. So I think that is it. Oh, no, I have my giveaway. For this week's giveaway, or for last week's giveaway, we had It's Snow Cold, Little House Needleworks, and my winner, I wrote it down with the handy dandy random generator picker thingy. Oh. Cross My Stitches. Cross My Stitches. You have won. If you watch my video, please contact me. I will put my email down below, and I will get your pattern off to you ASAP, or as soon as I can. We're going to have bad weather. I'll do the best I can. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I will do the best I can to get it out to you. So please contact me with your name and your address, and I will get it out. This week's giveaway. When I was going through the Boxo patterns, I realized I'm not going to stitch this. So I would rather someone take it and stitch it, enjoy it. No, I will take it out because I can't really see. It is from the Cricut collection. It's called Family Mittens. It's very cute. It's little middies, little mittens. But I'm just not going to stitch it. I'm actually not sure why I bought it. I don't know if it was a mistake on my part, but I don't have little kids. You know, it would be cute maybe if you had little kids, or, you know, I don't care if you like it. That's enough for me. So if you want this pattern, please put mittens in the comment section. And I would like to say thank you to everyone who subscribes to my channel, everyone who leaves lovely comments. It's been fantastic to interact with some of you, and I'm just really happy to be part of this community. And I'm hearing everyone talk about all the retreats and things, and maybe someday I would really like to go to a retreat and just stitch among other people who like to stitch, because like I said, I have nobody. You know, I'm not on an island of one. I have found a few people in my vicinity, so I am happy about that. And maybe I'll meet someone, or maybe I'll meet some of them this year, and maybe we can have a stitchy date or something. Who knows? And I think that's going to be it for me. I'm probably going to switch my videos to maybe Mondays. Like I said, Monday seems to be the better day for me. I'm not sure how much progress I'll have by then, so it might just be a short video. But everybody have a great day. I'm going to be snowed in for the next 2 or 3 days. This is the funny part. We plow snow for a living. Guess who's the last person to get plowed out? That would be this girl. I'm last on the list. Sometimes forgotten completely. So hopefully I'll be able to at least get out in the morning, get to work for a few hours, and then I'll come home when it gets to be too bad, because I've got so much work to do. Anyway, have a great stitchy rest of the week, and I will probably see you next Monday. And don't forget, cross my stitches, please contact me, and I will get your pattern out as soon as I can. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.